This is Wednesday Season 2, where every shadow hides survival, destruction, and legendary battles of the soul. Number 1. The Killer's Lair. It begins in suffocating silence. A damp basement, chains rattling like echoes of the dead, and a shrine of broken dolls staring through fractured glass. Wednesday Addams is bound to a wooden chair, her pale face swallowed in darkness, but her eyes burn sharper than any blade. Circling her is the Kansas City Scalper, a sadistic predator who decorates his dungeon with knives dripping in memory and photographs torn from forgotten lives. The atmosphere is unbearable, pipes groaning, water dripping, the Scalper breathing like a wolf circling prey. But Wednesday is no prey. Her psychic powers surge violently, pupils drowning in black, her body convulsing as visions slash across her mind. Every past kill of the Scalper bursts before her eyes, brutal, shocking, legendary in its horror. Then the eruption comes. The chair splinters, chains shatter, and her scream rips through the lair like a weapon. She doesn't just escape, she dominates, her psychic wrath twisting the air itself. In one brutal strike, she reverses the hunt. The predator becomes the prey. This opening isn't just survival. It's the spark of a gothic war. Wednesday reborn as a warrior cloaked in shadow and vengeance. Number 2. Crows of Death. Inside a dim morgue, silence presses like a coffin lid. Donovan Galpin's lifeless body rests on the table, pale and stitched with cold indifference. But Wednesday senses something more sinister, a ripple beneath death itself. She leans closer, her breath still, the air tense enough to snap. Then, the grotesque eruption. Donovan's chest convulses, his mouth cracks wide, and in an explosion of horror, murder of crows bursts from his corpse. Hundreds of black wings shred the silence, feathers slashing the air, the deafening thunder of wings drowning every scream. Glass shatters, scalpels clatter, the morgue becomes a storm of chaos and destruction. Wednesday stands frozen only for a heartbeat, her eyes wide, unblinking, reflecting the black storm consuming the room. This isn't just terror, it's betrayal of reality itself. Death is no longer peace, it is chaos reborn. The crows, symbols of decay and survival, mark the moment the line between life and death is destroyed. It's shocking, brutal, unforgettable. A scene where gothic beauty and raw horror collide, searing itself into memory as one of the most legendary moments in Nevermore's dark history. Number 3. Slurp's Feast. From fog-drenched shadows comes Slurp, a grotesque abomination, spawned from Pugsley's twisted resurrection experiment gone wrong. His form is monstrous, his growl guttural, his hunger insatiable. At first, he is just a silhouette, a nightmare lurking in silence. But when he strikes, horror explodes without restraint. A lone victim stumbles into the wrong corner of Nevermore's grounds. In a blink, Slurp pounces, claws tearing flesh, jaw unhinging with unnatural hunger. The brutality is shocking. Blood pools, bones crack, and in a grotesque, legendary moment, he rips into the victim's skull, devouring the brain in savage ecstasy. The sound design is haunting, wet tearing, slurps, and the crunch of bone echo like a symphony of destruction. But beneath the gore lies betrayal. Slurp is not a random monster. He is Pugsley's creation, his innocence twisted into a weapon. For Wednesday, survival now carries an unbearable weight, family unleashed as horror. This scene isn't just gore, it's cinematic devastation, a survival nightmare soaked in betrayal, destruction, and shocking brutality. Number 4. The Lois Uprising.
There's nothing mad about what I'm doing.
Willow Hill Asylum reveals a betrayal darker than any monster. Beneath sterile white walls and flickering lights, the Lois program hides, a brutal system where scientists harvest powers from captured outcasts. Wednesday and Uncle Fester wander the steel corridors, past cages filled with broken outcasts, faces hollow, dignity stolen, their gifts twisted into weapons. The revelation is devastating. Nevermore was never safe. Betrayal doesn't wear fangs, it wears lab coats. And then, the uprising ignites. Wednesday's fury shatters locks, festers lightning storms across the asylum, cages explode open. Chaos erupts, outcasts rise, powers unleashed in raw, brutal survival. Fire devours walls, alarms scream, and vengeance paints the asylum red. Wednesday stands at the center, dark and commanding, a gothic messiah leading her people into destruction and freedom. It's epic, emotional, and legendary. A rebellion soaked in betrayal, survival, and cinematic destruction. The moment the oppressed turn predators, and the predators crumble under fire and fury. Number 5. Tyler's Wrath. The brutal climax strikes with Tyler's full transformation into the Hyde. Humanity stripped away, he becomes pure chaos, rage, destruction, betrayal given monstrous form. Laurel, the manipulative hand behind him, thinks she controls him. But in one shocking, savage instant, Tyler turns on her, tearing her apart with merciless brutality. Her death is swift, legendary, unforgettable. But the true war begins when Tyler faces Wednesday. Their battle is cinematic carnage. Walls crack, windows shatter, survival forged into every strike. He hurls her like a rag doll, the ground trembling with his fury. And then, the moment carved into legend, he seizes her and throws her through a massive stained glass window. Time slows. Glass shards glitter like falling stars. Wednesday's body. He crashes, blood pools as silence swallows everything. Betrayal, destruction, survival, all collide in one final brutal image. It's not just an ending. It's a cliffhanger soaked in despair, leaving viewers breathless, gutted, and desperate for more. Wednesday Season 2 is a gothic opera of survival, betrayal, and brutal beauty. From the lair of killers to the uprising of outcasts, every moment is drenched in shocking, legendary destruction. Which scene carved deepest into your soul? The storm of crows, the grotesque feast, the uprising of the broken, or Wednesday's brutal fall? Tell us in the comments below. And if this dark journey left you shaken, don't forget to subscribe, share, and like for more epic cinematic breakdowns. Until next time, embrace the shadows, for in them legends are born.